I've been fishing this pier for the past 15 years. I've made tons of memories, lost countless fish, and caught a few cool ones along the way. In this video, I spent 7 separate days over a 2-month period trying to catch as many of my favorite species as I can. The goal is to mark off as many of these fish from this list as possible, with only one rule: they have to be caught from the pier. So join me as I fish one of my favorite places on Earth. Whoa, we got him! Finally got him to commit. Good morning, everyone. I just walked out on the pier. I'm sure you guys can hear it. It's mega windy, pretty rough, but it's springtime, so you know that there's going to be some fish migrating through. Hopefully they're migrating by the pier, but I got a ton of stuff. Hopefully over the next 2 days we find some epic fish. Stay tuned. So typically when I roll up, especially if I haven't fished in a while, like right now, I will re-rig almost all my rods. You don't know what's happened in transport, riding to and from in the truck a couple trips. Your line could be frayed up, so I'll take like 5-6 feet of braid off of a lot of my rods, make sure that there's no like silly nicks in there, and then I'll just put a new leader on. So I'm gonna spool up with some of this 80-pound fluorocarbon made by Silk Ocean, Ocean Devil. This has been awesome. My main line right now is PE4 Silk Ocean. So day one ended up looking a lot like this. Tons of standing around, staring at the water, and waves way too big crashing into the end of the pier. When it's this rough, it's just not likely that you're gonna have a lot of action at the pier. Not a lot of effective ways to fish, and a lot of the fish just stay further out. For specifics, you can take this school of bluefish here that was swimming way too far away from the pier for anyone to reach, but they were out there. We could see them from the pier, and I didn't stop me from trying to cast at them. I took everything I could and put it into a couple casts, and I was still coming up 30, 40, 50, 100 yards short sometimes on these fish. So while I would have loved to catch something on day one, it is what it is. This is an accurate representation of pier fishing. I didn't catch anything, which brings us to day 2. Good morning. Yesterday was a complete bust, but we're coming out today. It's a lot less rough. The wind is swung. Wind has moved from the east to more south-southeast. So the waves aren't as big, the swell isn't as giant, and I think there's a possibility we can actually sight fish some stuff today. It's not gonna be too rough to fish in the way that I wanted to. And I really hope you guys can hear me because it's still mega windy out here, but we'll see what we can do. Let's walk on out here. So definitely looking a lot better than it did yesterday. Typically this time of year, I'm gonna be standing in the north corner. Fish are gonna be coming from that way. With this strong wind out of the south-southeast, the swells are kind of coming from that direction. So I have a feeling that if there's some migrating fish, they're gonna be coming from that side. So I'm gonna hang out over here. Okay, so there's a really big school of jacks coming through. Absolute, I mean, they should be big. I think they're big jacks. Real dark spot coming towards us. We'll have stuff like this GT ice cream here rigged up, big heavy pieces of metal so we can cast far into the wind. See what happens, see if we don't mess this up. Just a little bit short, dude. The wind still pulled it too much away from them. You like pulled more to the right of them. Oh, they're on me still. I just got cut.
Ah!
No! Are we filming?
I was in them.
So basically, in that mayhem, there was tons of big bluefish. Now, these fish have very sharp teeth, and from the first fish that I hooked to all the fish that were trying to eat it out of that fish's mouth, and the second fish that was trying to eat my lure, I guess one of them was able to chew through that fluorocarbon. There probably was some nicks in it as well. Is what it is. Happens when you're fishing for these big things. I've seen even dudes fishing like 150-pound leader for these fish.
Stupid thing.
Stupid.
Hey man, can you hold up that trophy for me?
Can I get it with my highlighter? Highlighter, come here. Sour.
He's so salty.
Yeah. Trophy.
Look at these boys.
Yo, it's all about the highlighter. All about the highlighter.
What does that even mean? That was absolute chaos. I think out of like 5 or 6 anglers, we only got 1 or 2 bluefish on the deck. One got sharked. One of the ones that I hooked jumped off, so he just jumped and threw the lure. Then I made one more cast right at the very end and had them blown up on my lure, and I guess there was just like 4 or 5 of them, and they cut me off. They just cut through 80-pound leader. These things are crazy. We got some blues, tails out the water, coming in. We'll see what happens. All of us are ready, but we might all jack this up again. Classic pier fishing. What? No. Are you kidding me?
I got too much. Oh, that's it. That's
There it is. There we go. Going. We gotta get them in quick before the sharks, y'all. Are we tangled? I feel us.
I don't know.
I think we are.
You're under me.
Yeah. There we go.
That worked out very well. You guys go. Whoa, am I over here? Are we good? I'm under. You got it great.
Woo, that was sick. That was sick, buddy.
Yeah.
That was sick, buddy.
I was just tangled.
Under you?
Under you. Am I over you? Over you.
Oh, we got diamond jig on my line. I got green something on my line.
Green friendship.
You gotta see what you're doing. You gotta tangle. You gotta look at. Do you see it?
My bad, Ryan.
Can you see it? Do you need to cut it or what? Anyone got cutters?
Why? Do you shark?
No, we just got mega tangle over here. Just a knife or anything. Pull your line.
So what just happened there is super common, especially when multiple people hook up at the same time. My man Justin, his line got tangled with mine. Happens to pretty much all of us. All he did was cut his braid so I could fight my fish. I would do the exact same thing if it was, you know, someone else trying to land their fish. It's just kind of part of pier fishing. You have to cooperate with each other. Luckily, my fish didn't get sharked. I thought it would absolutely happen, but what I did do when we were tangled is loosen my drag, so didn't allow my line to break or, you know, cut up Justin or something like that because it was under heavy tension.
Two netter. Oh, that was so bad.
Get him, Ryan. Yeah. Oh.
Oh, my slam it. Okay, okay, that was a cluster.
There's a hole in it, so be careful.
Okay. Large ones. Nice, dude. Yeah, I am on YouTube. Hey, brother. Heck yeah. All right. There we go. That is a nice, big old springtime bluefish. Ate the GT ice cream. Got it rigged with the BKK Lone Diablo. Very, very cool fish. You guys see the teeth on these guys, super sharp. This is what cut me off earlier when I threw in the big school of them, but we're seeing them migrate back north. They're in schools with their tails literally out of the water. It's really, really fun to see. Awesome, the anticipation when you see them coming and then everyone hooks up, or a couple people hook up, a couple of people get to land them. Had some technical difficulties with some tangles, but that's just part of pier fishing. But this guy's cool. I think I'm gonna use him for some chunk bait and stuff like that. We're gonna save him.
Not much else was happening, and I had some work to get done, so I packed her up on day 2 and got ready for day 3.
Welcome back. I think we're in day 3 for this video. Hasn't been crazy stuff yet, but today looks really, really good. Not too rough, but the right amount of wind. The water looks clear and blue. So they said that they've already seen some jacks roll through. Saw a really big pompano just get caught as I was walking up. So I think there's gonna be some cool stuff today. I'm gonna get rigged up and get to fishing. I'm gonna try doing a little bit of goofy jigging. There have been some pompano around, so I'm gonna try out here. I don't feel like going in the mass of people down there. I think there might be some fish here as well.
So that goofy jig that I just showed, here, actually I'll show it again. It's shaped like a little banana and also has that little quill on it. Basically this thing looks like a falling shrimp or a sand flea kind of fluttering down into the water. Then you see, after I fix my drag here, get my drag proper, see how I jig it. I basically pop it off the bottom a couple times, then let it sink back down, pop it off the bottom a couple times, let it sink back down. Just wanted to look like a falling sand flea or shrimp, and man, these things catch a little bit of everything. They're made for pompano, but I swear almost everything in the ocean will eat these things. They love that action.
Yeah.
Switch to the pink. Got the bite. Whoa. You. They must be thick if I'm catching them. Doink.
There we go. There is a pretty little pompano. These guys got to be 11 inches to the fork. This one will be probably 11 and a half or 12, but super pretty little fish. Ate the jig. He's gonna go in the cooler. So I swapped over to a pink jig for that last fish. Notice Dennis over here had been catching them on pink. So some days I don't think color matters, but for me it gave me the confidence to keep jigging and I got bit. So let's see what happens. Maybe we can catch a limit today. You're already halfway. What do you got, 2 or 3? Oh yeah, I felt them just.
Yeah, that's all it is. They're scattered. Get them right.
That's a Mac.
Oh, you fuck! Go back to New York.
Ah! Yee!
What do I gotta do for that necklace?
What do you want that thing for? Well, there we have another species. Got us a Spanish mackerel. Ate the goofy jig. Luckily, did not cut me off. We're gonna take him. I don't know what we're gonna do with him yet. Maybe use him for bait, something like that. Did he just hook up? Oh! Oh, big bluefish. Not really big, but big enough. Oh, I got you, buddy. Don't worry. I see what you're looking for. There you go. You got a single hook. Oh! Oh, got him on.
There we go. There's 2 of the specimens. Just a bunch just got caught here at the pier. Most of them are about this size. I got this one that was a little bit bigger. He's actually spitting some stuff up, but we're gonna save these guys for bait.
A few more schools of bluefish came through, but that was pretty much it for the day, which brings us to day 4. Now on day 4, I got a new toy. I actually got a brand new Pier gaff, which is this big giant grappling hook thing that I'm holding in my hand right now. So when someone hooked up to a big jack that they wanted to keep, I was like, you know what? Let's use this thing. I want to break this thing in.
Get out of the way, get out of the way! Why are you vlogging yourself? Oh, you. You're good, Tony.
This is for America, Ryan.
We're good.
Oh, no, he's good. For America, Ryan. America.
You.
That was for Jackass.
Oh. First fish with that gaff.
What is this? Tuna?
Yeah, yellowfin. Nah, jack.
Today's video is brought to you guys by Protect. Protect is a veteran-owned supplement company that makes a ton of awesome supplements, but what we're talking about today is their hydration line. If you guys have watched the channel for a while, you've seen me use these hydration packets, especially when you're out on the water all the time in the sun. Hydration is huge for ensuring you actually have a good time, don't cramp up, don't feel lightheaded, and I loved adding these hydration packets to my water when I'm fishing. There's a ton of snake oil out there, and there's a ton of junk on the market, but Protect is not one of those companies. Protect uses only premium ingredients, tested on athletes, for people that spend a lot of time on the water, spend a lot of time outdoors, and man, I absolutely love these. All 3 of these are the same thing, just different flavorings. Watermelon specifically is my favorite flavor. Unlike other companies, Protect uses all liquid, no messy powders at all. Simply just pour it in. It's not gonna be blown away in the wind. You can see there's no crazy artificial colors or any other BS ingredients, just what you need to feel a little bit better. I always like to pack a couple of these in the cooler, really easy to bring along, doesn't, take up any space. And Protect has a 100% money back guarantee. If you don't feel more hydrated, they'll give you your money back, no questions asked, so you really don't have anything to lose. As a bonus this month, Protect is donating 10% of all sales to the Travis Manion Foundation, and if you're unfamiliar with that foundation, I'll link some information down below, but it's very special to me because Travis Manion was a Marine officer just like myself. His family set up the foundation in his name, and it's just a great organization that does a lot of great work for veterans. It's a foundation that I'm very proud to talk about and share with you all. So if you're interested in trying the hydration packets or any of the other awesome supplements that Protect sells, go to protect.com/RyanMorrie. That's protect.com/RyanMorrie. Scan the QR code right here or go down to the link in the description. Use code RyanMorrie at checkout. It'll save you guys 30%. Thanks again to Protect for sponsoring today's video.
We got a big school of jacks coming in, y'all. Big school. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Wow. They might go down the pier. Tried my life. Yeah, they're gonna go down the pier. They don't know what to do. They just hit the edge. Okay, so we have jack school number 3 in front of me. Not sure how well you guys can hear me, but they are moving with a purpose. They look pissed off, angry, but I think we might get a shot at these ones. They look like they might come just close enough for us.
Now, this is actually one of my favorite parts about pier fishing. When you have a big school of fish coming in, like this giant school of Jack Crevalle, you can see it from a mile away. So you and all your buddies are kind of just standing there in the corner of the pier, anticipating this giant, massive hungry fish coming in. And you're all imagining the mayhem that's about to happen. And when they finally get close enough, that's exactly what it is. Mayhem.
That? Oh! Come on, come on, come on! It blew my up. Come on! Bro, they ate it twice. I just didn't get tight. Come on!
They don't want to eat the
2 times.
X-Wrap eaters. X-Wrap eaters.
Second school! Second school!
Second school. Load, reload, reload.
Corey,
Ow,
drop your
ow,
tip.
Blank.
Alright.
I feel like something I could eat, right? Valley who said this. Oh, stock up, stock up. Victor, stay home, Victor.
Come on! Woo-hoo-hoo!
Alright, I want to throw. There's a lot of people.
Woo, buddy.
Nice. Good job.
That was cool, y'all. We've had about 10,000 jacks go by the pier today. We've caught 1 on a bait. And this is like the only one hooked on a lure. Watch out, coming down, y'all, coming down.
Celebrity coming from.
Oh, shut the What's up? Yeah. Woo.
When you're ready.
Oh, I'm ready, buddy.
Now, you guys will hear kind of how everyone talks to each other on the pier, and in the past, man, people have gotten super butthurt in comment sections between YouTube, Instagram, and whatever, but trust me, y'all, I've fished on this place for a very long time.
Watch out.
Very, very few people take offense to, you know, just the culture of how we walk around and try and, you know, follow the fish around, and no one is trying to be mean when we say, watch out. It's just, you don't want that fish to get a bad angle on you and break you off, and most people are completely fine with it.
This one is not happy. Not happy to see us at all. You okay? You're okay, girl. That was a broken rod.
Flip there.
It's okay. Woo, in the back.
Glasses almost went.
You got it? Is your back okay?
No, I ate spinach yesterday.
Oh, hook's out, buddy.
Hooked out. Free fish.
Woo!
I redeemed myself. Yeah.
Nice. Okay, there we go. That is one nice big old Jack Crevalle. Absolutely crushed the GT ice cream on top. We've been seeing thousands of these things come through today. Finally got one to commit on the lure. They've just been coming in at weird angles, not super hungry, and then just, you know, we're not getting the proper presentation in front of them. But this one, able to fool, able to see it eat on top. And these things are so much fun because you see the school coming in from so far away. And when you finally get them to actually commit, you know, that anticipation's been building and that everyone on the pier screaming. Ton of fun. Awesome to see him blow up on top. We're gonna save this one for some bait. So he's sticking on the pier with us for a little bit. And hopefully we find some more as the day goes on. I got it.
Okay, you got it. Coming, the gas coming, gas coming.
Keep him like that. Keep his head out of water. Whew. We going to work today.
That's it for me today. I don't want any more jacks.
Oh!
Nice fish.
So an old pier trick is to use some guts from a fish as bait for a snook. So that's literally what I'm doing right now. Sticking on some jack guts onto this hook. I'm trying to hide my hook in here. I'm gonna drop it down, see what happens. Let me sneak in here real quick, guys. Appreciate it. So at this point, my two fish that I'm looking for are snook and for cobia. Now, you can see actually in these clips, there's some bull sharks that were just hanging out next to the pier. And this time of year, cobia will follow those big bull sharks. So I'm always keeping my eyes peeled. You see my cobia jig right next to me, but I'm also dropping down because I saw a bunch of snook sitting on the bottom in this clear water. Snook will eat a variety of things, dead and live bait, and I'm fishing this jack guts right here. But one of the things I wanted to point out to you guys is this big, heavy rod that we're using. Big bottom rods like this are necessary because of how snook act on the pier. They love to go right for the piling. So you essentially have to fish one of these big, heavy rods, especially when snook can be giant like this one right here. You have to fish these heavy rods, and you have to basically stop them or pop them off because they're going to wrap your line around the piling if you let them. So having this big, heavy rod with some heavy mono is really your best option. I don't know if you got it. Oh! I was like,
No so slow.
it was just so fast. It was just like,
He really did. You
Yeah.
didn't mean to crank it out
Yeah.
the water. You didn't mean to crank it out the water.
so it didn't take long for one of those snook to pick up those guts, and honestly, I just got a little ahead of myself. A lot of the time with snook, you'll be sitting around waiting for the net, and they will fray through your line or the hook will pull out while you're waiting. That fish was right around slot, but it felt light enough that I could try and flip it. I took the gamble, and it frayed through my leader while I was trying to flip it. Really, in retrospect, I should have tried to wait for the net, but it's just a split-second decision that I made, and unfortunately, I took the L on that one. But I re-rigged up, fishing a lighter leader here because of how clear this water is. Normally, I like at least 60. I think I was fishing 40 or 50, and yeah, not my best decision to try and flip that fish, considering it was probably a keeper.
Good morning, y'all. Man, this video is turning into a lot of days of fishing. I think we're on day 5, headed out. There has been a lot of time passed between the last time I was on the pier and this time. However, there have been some good days fishing out here from what I've been told. So one of the big things that's been affecting the fishing has been beach renourishment. They've been dumping a lot of sand on the beach because people love condos, I guess, and sand, but it's been screwing up the marine life. And today they haven't been dumping sand, so the water looks clear, not all silty like it has been. So fingers crossed that there is some fish around. Let's see what happens. All right, we are gonna start out today by trying to get a snook to bite. So I actually have some frozen sardines that I just picked up, and I'm just gonna chunk a couple of these real quick. Most of the fish are sitting under the pier, and this current is going towards us, so it's going underneath the pier. So these are gonna kind of drift right to where the snook should be sitting. Unfortunately, they're frozen, so they're kind of floating right now. Might have to let these thaw a little bit. Then we're gonna drop mine down on a bottom rig. Have a 5.0 BKK J hook, some 50-pound fluorocarbon, and a little 3-ounce egg.
So I got a couple bites on the sardine, but I couldn't get anything to commit. Then I watched my friend have a fish that was probably around slot, maybe a little bit over, eat a hornbelly, this bait that I'm holding here in my hand. Now, these baits typically aren't very desirable. Not a lot of fish eat them, but I guess there just wasn't that much live stuff around that day because, you know, the proof was in the pudding, watching my buddy lose a fish on one. So monkey see, monkey do. I hooked one of these baits on and tossed it under just to see what would happen.
Yeah, really, I'm just kind of almost.
It's hard not to pat yourself on the back.
When there's zero competition on the pier, I guess. It's like you're playing in the WNBA, but
Yeah, then I'm Caitlin Clark.
I don't know between you and Chris. I don't know who's better.
Oh, there you
Oh my god.
Ah, you already said it.
Instantly on the piling.
Exactly. Yep. Yep.
Well, now I have even less mono.
Yep.
Dude, you're not spooled up. Aren't you sponsored?
So normally, not a big fan of these baits. They don't work too well.
You give any small one?
You can have the big one. I want the small one. But today the snook are eating them, so it is what it is. Thank you, sir.
Save that for later.
All right, my buddy just caught me a live threadfin herring. That'll work a little bit better than dead bait. We're gonna put him down, see if we get any bites. Fish in my day.
I think Will's king bomber though.
Yeah.
So while I was snook fishing, there was a couple bull sharks swimming around right in front of me. I decided to throw the cobia jig at them because, you know, they're just look too good. I figured that there might be a cobia hanging with them. And when my jig got bumped, y'all, my heart dropped. I thought I got the right bite.
Oh! Shark him! Shark him! Yep. Yep. That's a cobia.
No way. Buddy, that made my heart race.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I'm still coming down.
Spooked a little, that's for sure.
Hey, nice going.
Hey,
I gotta get this thing.
jack 'em jigs.
Jack 'em jigs.
Oh my god!
So big. You're so big. Oh.
Break his heart.
Buddy.
Wow.
Wow. All the way under.
Wow.
Wonder if that was another jack.
There's a follower.
Ryan, are you seeing people?
Oh.
Mm.
Heart's just skipping.
Damn it.
Damn it.
No.
That was
a snook.
That was a snook. Oh, look at the size of the scale. We know that was a slot. 100%.
100%.
Well, that is not what I expected to eat the cobia jig, but he did eat the cobia jig, so yeah, something, some type of action. Well, I wasn't filming, but got picked up by a little snook on the dead bait. Oh, buddy's not happy with me. Sardine. So these guys got to be between 28 and 32 inches. This guy is probably like 24. 25. Just give you guys an idea. He is right at 25 inches. Too small to keep, so we send him back to grow, maybe be caught again one day.
During the filming of this video, I would be casting these X-Wrap plugs, usually in the evenings. Now, the footage you're watching right now isn't from this video. This is actually an old Pier video from a couple years ago. But what can happen when you're throwing these plugs is you can hook a big kingfish, and that's exactly what I'm fighting here, just to kind of show you guys the possibilities. Awesome to see these big pelagic fish, and it's even more awesome to hook them on a lure. So this is exactly what I was looking for when I was casting in the evenings, trying to mark the kingfish off my list.
Oh, yeah,
Spooked them all.
who had that pink buildup?
So starting out today a little bit different. Gonna try and catch a crab because there have been a few permit out here, and one of the few things that permit actually eat is a crab. So that's what we need to do first. So I have this very, very simple crab trap. You can just get them at Walmart for like a couple bucks. Just literally just like a little net. And I'm gonna tie some weights on it so the waves don't throw it around too much. And I'm gonna also just tie some bait onto it. All right, putting her down real slowly so we make sure nothing gets tangled and janky. I want it in the middle of the pier span so we don't end up on a piling or anything crazy like that. And this cheap rope always will tangle itself. Well, even easier than catching your own is having someone else catch you one. And these calico crabs are super fast and they don't feel good when they get you. So I'm actually going to Break off his claws. Sorry, buddy. 1, 2. Save these claws for chum later, but he's gonna go in the cooler. And believe it or not, these things stay live in a cooler for a really long time. So even if you're keeping a bunch with their claws on in a cooler, I promise you, they will bite you when you least expect it. They'll chill out and then they'll kind of reawaken when they're cold. So break their claws off, even if you're throwing them in a cooler, because it does not feel good when they get you. Oh, we had one. It was underneath. And he fell off. Well, we're gonna let that soak. I'm all rigged up. I'm gonna head out to the end, cast out the rods and stuff like that. And if I need another crab, I can always come down here and check the trap. Hopefully there is something. Okay, so still got the crab pot working back down there, but we have the one crab that the Pompano fisherman, or the croaker fisherman, so kindly gave us. And I'm not sure if he's live or not, doesn't really matter. I'm gonna hook him. I do kind of an unconventional way of hooking these things. So I hook him down in the meat underneath everything. So I take that circle hook, get it up underneath kind of where the claws would be, and then I slowly work that hook point through the hard shell. Now I really take my time with this, because you don't want to do it fast. If you do it fast, it's gonna crack a big hole through the shell and then your hook's just gonna fall out. But if you go real slowly, typically it won't break too big of a hole and the crab's hanging there. And the reason that I do this is a lot of the time fish that eat crabs, they're gonna suck it in, crush the crab, spit out the shell, and just eat the entire meat of it. So I like to hook into the meat of the crab. Hopefully that's what they hold on to. Nope.
So permit fishing is very boring until it's not. When you get that bite, your rod starts screaming, you're hooked up to one of the smartest, one of the strongest fish that you can ever hook from the pier. Right here, I'm playing some footage from an old video of my man Lou fighting a real nice one off the pier. And man, this was absolute chaos. I was trying to capture it. Just a big, beautiful fish. They're like a jack, but they're stronger, they're smarter, and they're taller. So when they get broadside, man, they can break you off under the pier. They like to go for the pilings just like a snook a lot of the time. Right here, Lou's got this fish beat, and he was waiting on the gaff. There's probably less than 10 permit caught off the pier a year, and it's not for a lack of fish. It's just not that many people fish for them and fish for them well. But this is an absolute stud. You can see how stoked everyone is when a big fish gets caught like this. And that's pretty much what I was trying to do by fishing this crab. Exactly what Lou did here.
All right, while we got the permit rod working, also gonna do a little snook fishing. So just hook this frozen sardine straight through the top of the head, kind of like that. That's the BKK Hooks live bait. It's size 5.0, just like that. This is the most beat up little pier snook I've ever seen. Wow. Wow. There we go. That is a short, but that's something to start the day. It's probably like a 25, 26 inch fish. Too small to keep. They gotta be 28 to 32 inches to keep right now. So I'm gonna let this guy go. Okay, been a bit. Let's check. See if we got any. Oh my gosh. Well, we didn't catch a crab, but we gilled a croaker. That is pretty crazy. No crab, but I can catch croakers. So yeah, we battery died, but we literally got a live croaker stuck in our crab net. Croakers are great snook bait. Now, a little bit big for this time of year, but I think one is still gonna try and eat it. So I'm gonna put him down on the snook rod. Okay, we'll just take this croaker. I can 5-0 BKK right through the nose. Now, take him, put him underneath the pier. Oh!
Fucking snagged him.
Still counts. Oh! I'm gonna put down this thread fin. I actually didn't hook him, I ended up snagging him. Put that BKK 5-0 right through the nose. Send him down. I don't think it's gonna take long to get a bite on this guy, but we'll see. I don't even want to send him too far underneath for fear I get broke off. Let's see what happens. Net? Oh! 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 Get the net. Tossed out. Yo!
That's not a cobia. That's not a snook.
That is not a snook. Whoa! Look at that. Hey, thanks, man. Wow.
Hook pulled out right there.
Hook pulled out too. Fortunately, unfortunately, I do not believe this cobia is going to be legal, guys. He is going to be too short. Oh, okay. Let's try and get a hold of you. Let's try and get a hold of you. These things are known to freak out, beat up the boat when you pull them in the boat. Got those really sharp spines on top of them. So, these fish have to be 36 inches to the fork to keep. One of my favorite fish of all time. But unfortunately, this fish, just from looking at him, I can tell you he's probably around 32 inches to the fork. So he is not going to be legal, but it's a good sign. It's really, really cool that they're here. And man, oh man, I love catching these fish. We're gonna get just like a really, really quick picture with this thing and get him back in the water because, again, too small. Hopefully we catch him one day when he's legal. Yep. Shoot. So 36 inches to the fork, so on the inside of the tail. That one, he was probably 31, 32 if I had to guess. It's not even worth the measuring. Hey, thanks, man.
The afternoon continued on, and we were doing a bunch of different things. Snook fishing, I would intermittently check my crab here, but what really captured my attention was all these freaking bull sharks that were hanging out next to the pier. These things were everywhere, and every once in a while you would look on the back of one and you would see a cobia. But these cobia were super spooky. We were all trying to throw jigs at them, but man, it just wasn't happening. I think one short got caught very similarly sized to mine, and it was caught on a jig, but I think maybe we saw 3 or 4 fish and that was pretty much it. And one was legal, but it just didn't want to eat. It was spooked. Too many people had thrown at it, or the sharks had it spooked. I don't really know. We tried putting live bait in front of it, jigs in front of it, squid in front of it. Just wasn't happening. The sharks even decided they wanted to start eating my snook bait, so I got railed by this one underneath, and then another one picked up this one on the other side. Definitely giving me a fight, but not what I was after. We all had pretty much given up hope for the day. There was a giant thunderstorm rolling in until one of the guys hooked up.
Clear the rail!
Clear the rail! Oh, he got Get here, left. Hey, you got here.
He's getting on the side, right here.
Hey, get ready to bomb this shark right here, guys!
Come on, fish.
Come on, Joe. Right here, bud. Right here, bud. I got you, bud. It's all good. Keep it tight.
We're not going to swing the gaffs.
No swinging the gap, guys. Stick 'em. Pull up.
No! Damn it, man.
What did I just walk up to?
Y'all, that made me so sick to my stomach. That was a solid 30-pound cobia that I hit with a gaff and it fell off. You know, I thought it was a good shot. Looking back at the footage now, probably could have hit it a little bit harder to maybe get that gaff to stick into him, man. But sometimes fish just fall off the gaff like that cobia. It was so green, and it just sucks because I know how bad people want these fish. You get like maybe one shot at a keeper a year off the pier. And honestly, it just made me feel like I wanted to throw up. No one was mad at me or anything like that, but I was furious at myself. And even looking at the footage back, maybe if I hit it harder, we would have got it on the deck, but maybe that fish just was not meant to be caught. I'm not really sure. Day 7 came and I was still trying to knock permit and kingfish off my list, but really all that I saw were big schools of jacks, just like this one. I wasn't even going to mess with them, but I saw too many come by for me not to take a couple casts.
Whoa, we got him. Finally got him to commit.
That was very eccentric.
Nice.
Look, it's trying to turn sideways again. Thick boy.
Big full-grown Jack Crevalle. We got some guys here that want some shark bait, so they can have it. There's plenty of these. You guys saw there was hundreds in that school, so ton of fun. Awesome to see them blow up on the lure. And yeah, just an awesome fish. Very underrated, and everyone likes to catch them on the pier, just not on the boat all that much. So that is, I don't even know how many days of pier fishing. That was a ton of fun, ton of species marked off the list. And unfortunately, we didn't get that keeper snook like I wanted to end the video out with. But man, it was a ton of fun getting out here and doing what I grew up doing and what I love to do still to this day. If you guys are looking for some more awesome content, YouTube really thinks you're gonna like this video right here, and I'll see you guys over there.